Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of Pan the Organizer. This is what winter really does to your car. Road salt, grime, oily film, mud, and layers of contamination that you often can't see, but that slowly destroys gloss, slickness, and protection. And here's the problem. A normal car wash doesn't remove this, even if your car is ceramic coated. Today, I'm going to show you a proper winter decontamination wash designed specifically to break down winter road film, remove salt residue, and restore the hydrophobic behavior of a ceramic coated vehicle. We'll start with an alkaline pre-wash to tackle greasy buildup, followed by an acidic contact wash to neutralize mineral deposits and embedded contamination, and I'll prove the results with real before and after water behavior so you can actually see the difference. I'll also show you how to protect your wheels to make future washes easier, refresh glass protection, and finish everything with the right winter-safe touches. If you drive in winter, this is something you need to know. Let's go ahead and start the show. And by the way, I remind you, I'll leave links to all the tools, products, and equipment in the description under the video for you guys to check them out. So all you have to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Let's first start with the pre-wash. We're using the Clean Decon shampoo. So we're going to use a 1:10 dilution ratio in the foam cannon, which means you're using 900 milliliters of water and 90 milliliters of the soap, or 30 ounces of water and 3 ounces of the soap. Put that into your foam cannon container, mix that up properly, and then we're going to attach that to our pressure washer gun. We're going to, of course, apply the snow foam on the vehicle. So this one here, the Clean by Pan the Organizer Decon shampoo, is an alkaline snow foam or soap, so you can use it in the foam cannon or in the wash bucket. It has a pH between 10 and 12, so you apply this on the surface. It's safe for ceramic coatings. By the way, it's safe on all the exterior surfaces. So we're covering the vehicle here and we're going to let that dwell for a few minutes. Of course, don't work in direct sunlight and do not apply this on hot surfaces. Work in the shade all the time. Of course, we're in winter here, so I work in my temperature controlled garage at 68 degrees Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius and roughly 45% humidity. We can see already a lot of that dirt and grime being pulled off the vehicle. So after a few minutes, we're going to rinse the entire thing. This is where you want to do a thorough job of rinsing. In this case, I'm using an AR630 version 2 pressure washer. So that's 2.3 gallons per minute of water output. So very high flow. Make sure you go inside the wheel wells as well. When you have carpeted wheel wells, this is the best way to remove all that sand, dirt, and mud that accumulates. So take the time to flush that out, and you'll see when the water becomes clear, that's when you know you did a thorough job. So again, it is very important to start with a pre-wash. That way you're softening up and loosening all the loose dirt and debris, and then you rinse that off before you go ahead and do the contact wash. So these are the initial hydrophobics that we can see. So this is before the contact wash. So on the hood, we can see there's good hydrophobics. Now on the sides, this is where the crust and those minerals stay on the top and they can mask the protection. So we can see here, we're not getting any water beading, right? So some people might think that the coating is dead, but we're going to show you how that's not the case after we do the contact wash. So this is just some dirt, grime, and the minerals that are masking the water behavior. Next, we're using an X foamer. So this is a battery powered spray foamer. I have a review on my channel, check that out. And we're using Luminous Blaze this is the concentrated form that we're diluting inside the spray foamer. We're using a different assortment of brushes. Once you're done cleaning the wheels and tires, I like to use the Clean by Pan the Organizer ceramic spray sealant. So you're going to spray on the wet surface, both on the wheel faces, in the wheel barrels. Going to take your pressure washer and then rinse from bottom to top to spread the product, and then top to bottom final rinse to flush out any residue, and you're going to get a lot of hydrophobics, and this is going to make future washes much easier. For the second step, we're going to do the contact wash using the Clean by Pan the Organizer Demineralizing Shampoo. This is the acidic soap. We're going to first put some in the foam cannon. So the same 1:10 dilution ratio, 900 mils of water and 90 milliliters of shampoo, or 30 ounces of water and 3 ounces of shampoo. And we're also going to use that same demineralizing shampoo in the bucket. So 1 to 256 dilution in the bucket. So if you're having 4 gallons of water, you're adding 2 ounces of the shampoo. If you have 15 liters of water, that's 60 milliliters of the shampoo. You activate activate the suds. And then we're spraying this with the foam cannon on the surface to let it dwell. So this is going to act also as extra lubrication, so that demineralizing shampoo is going to soften things up. And we're using the super soft and plush Clean by Pan Deorganizer microfiber wash mitt, 100% South Korean, beautiful cuff with that logo there. And I like to do the contact wash now. So we have, again, that demineralizing shampoo that's on the surface acting as extra lubrication. It's going to break down the lime scale, the mineral deposits, any hard water spots if you have that. So I like to work in sections. Again, the roof and the glass, then the mid section, and then keep the bottom part for the end because that's the dirtiest part. Make sure you have a grit guard inside your bucket that keeps all that dirt, grime, and debris in the bottom of the bucket. That way you're not contaminating the rest of your soapy water. Already we can tell now, thanks to the agitation and mechanical cleaning, we're already restoring the hydrophobic properties. So this is where the acidic soap was able to kind of help remove and melt away. And I'm smiling because, yeah, you can see the hydrophobics are now restored. So we went from a sheeting style kind of flat after the decon, and then we neutralized and removed the minerals in the second step. So look at the glass. You can see that water beading and the quick sheeting, and the door now as well from top to bottom. We have hydrophobic performance just like day one. I have a grin on my face right now, smiling. You should see the dimples because I'm just, this kind of thing gets me excited, guys. We can see the water behavior. It looks like the Matrix intro, right? All those droplets of water just falling quickly and easily all the way down, even in the lower parts of the panels. So this is where you see the coating is doing its job. We had to simply decontaminate using a few simple chemicals. And the demineralizing shampoo, by the way, on the SDS sheet has a pH of 1, so it's low on the pH scale, but it's still safe on ceramic coated vehicles. Even if you don't have any protection on your car, you can still use both these shampoos, and you don't need to neutralize either the decon or the demineralizing shampoo with a pH neutral. Once you're done, just rinse and you move on, so no neutralizing is needed. So again, on the hood now, once we use the demineralizing shampoo, look at that. The water behavior, so very, very tight, round water beads performance like day one, and very quick sheeting or evacuation of that water. The next decon step that you guys can perform is use an iron remover every 3 to 4 months to remove embedded brake dust. The Clean by Pan iron remover is amazing. You can even dilute it 1-to-1 with water. And the water spot remover, if you have further water spots that are still there after the demineralizing step, you bump up the aggression level to a water spot remover. This is an acidic based product, so you would spray on the surface. Works best on a dry surface, but you can still spray this on your wet surface. I like to use a microfiber towel. In this case, the Clean by Pan Deorganizer jobber towel works very well, multi-surface capable inside and out. I agitate mechanically the surface. Of course, never apply water spot removers in direct sunlight or on hot surfaces, guys. Then you simply rinse away. You can use a pH neutral soap to rewash the car to neutralize if you want to, but just if you're thorough with rinsing, that should be good enough as well. You can use it on glass, you can use it on paint. So we restored the entire hydrophobics as we go around the vehicle. So this is what we call a proper decon wash. So you're using chemicals to decontaminate. Now, if you had further crusties, you could use the Clean by Pan Deorganizer synthetic perforated decontamination towel, what we call the clay towel. That's a new generation synthetic decontamination media or clay media. And it won't mar the surface as long as you use it with proper lubrication. On the windshield here, we had the Yum glass sealant. It lasted 2 to 3 months, but we can tell it's a little weak on the hydrophobics now, so it did its job. We're going to replenish it, and I'm going to show you how to do it. But beforehand, let's dry the vehicle. Of course, we're using the Clean by Pan Deorganizer Quick Detailer as our drying aid, and the Clean by Pan microfiber drying towel, 100% South Korean. It has 2 sides to it, so one micro twist loop, so it won't snag on emblems, and the other side your regular twisted loop, so you pick which side you prefer. So your quick detail spray or drying aid acts as a lubricant, so a buffer between the towel and the paint, thus preventing marring during the drying stage. For the wheels, I like to use a blower, a leaf blower, or a car dryer. In this case, the Big Boy 650 CFM blower, and because it has all that protection, it's super easy to dry the wheels and tires. Now, we're going to use the Yum glass cleaner. That's what they recommend to clean the glass before you top up the protection. And very simple, I'm using the Detail Co. Diva glass towel. So again, very high quality microfiber glass towel. I absolutely love that one. So now for the application, Yum Glass Plus, this is their glass sealant. Between 3 to 6 months typically is what you'll see with this. It's not a ceramic based product, it's a typical glass sealant. So I like to reload the applicator that comes supplied with some of that glass sealant. And we're going to do a cross hatch pattern, meaning left and right and up and down. You're going to let that dry to a haze, leave it on the surface for about a minute. So I have time to do the entire windshield. And then once that minute has gone, well, you simply have to buff off. So to buff off, they recommend reapplying a bit of that Yum glass cleaner on the surface and then use a clean microfiber glass towel. And that's it. So you replenish the protection. The sealant itself is capable of bonding to itself. So replenishing it, you don't need a bunch of prep or machine polishing it off. All you do is clean the glass, and then you can see this towel is sliding now. We replenish the protection. No tire is done without some tire dressing. Here we're using the Clean by Pan, the Organizer tire dressing. Version 2, by the way, depending on when you're watching this video, is now water-based. So you're getting that once it cures after 10 minutes, you're getting a matte to satin sheen. So you're getting that darkening effect, a darker effect on the surface, which looks absolutely beautiful. You should get a few weeks of protection out of this. Very, very easy to apply. It self-levels, gives you UV protection, and just an awesome finish. Talking about finish, let's have a look at the end results. Now, these are the winter wheels, by the way, on the vehicle. This is my girlfriend's brand new Audi Q3. I showed the entire exterior and interior application when we first took delivery, so you can see how we applied the ceramic coating, the protection, how we did the interior, but it's still going like day one. The gloss, the slickness are insane. So every other month during the winter, I like to do this kind of decon wash, as you guys saw. This really helps to rejuvenate as we're looking into the inner fender wells. They're nice and dark and clean now, and it looks beautiful. So we restored the hydrophobics. The protection is going smoothly, and the vehicle just looks amazing. It's only on the last a day of cleanliness because it's dirty outside as soon as you drive in the winter, right? For the next video, we're going to tackle the interior, salt encrusted everything, plastics, floor mats, you name it. We're going to rejuvenate that interior, and so stay tuned for that. And I remind you that I'll leave all the links to the tools, products, and equipment that we used here in the description under the video for you guys to check them out. And in the meantime, don't forget, keep it tight, keep it clean, and I'll see you guys on the next one.